Sorry about that bumpy intro, people. But we are back with a brand new edition of our Hot Flashes episode. And man, I'm really excited about this one. Who was it that we first talked about this with, Joey? Was it uh, Patrick Kidlone or was it Sean Lewis? It was one of the two that we were kind of told.
About this book?
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw it on Twitter.
Okay, well, I first heard about it. We were interviewing either Sean Lewis or Patrick Kidlone, and because we were talking about Jason Aaron, and like, oh man, like right off the bat, like you're gonna leave the past in the past. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but I used to really love Jason Aaron. I kind of fell off with him, but like I really want to like the guy again, and he's making it a really good case that I should, because this first issue of Ninja Turtles, like, what did you think, Joe? Like, damn.
Yeah, it was fun. You're not lost if you haven't read any other Turtle stuff. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, so I mean anyone can just jump right in, and it's fun. It's the way it's set up is the first 4 issues are going to focus on a single turtle, because right now the storyline is they all went their separate ways. So it's going to do each storyline with a different turtle for the first 4 issues, with a different artist for each issue. So you have Joelle Jones on issue 1 right here. It's Raph's story. After that, you have Raphael Albuquerque, who's doing Michelangelo's story. You have who's the other? Chris Durham.
I think Cliff Chang is doing Leonardo first, and then
Cliff Chang is doing Leonardo, yeah, and Chris Durham is continuing the Donnie story from TMNT Alpha. They're gonna pick up Donnie's story from there. So, yeah.
But I mean, like, I
issue 1,
right? And I remember when whoever we were first talking about, like, they brought up that this issue was gonna be about Raphael in the pin, you know what I mean? And I thought it was kind of goofy at first, you know, Yard Hard Raph, but like, it makes so much sense, you know what I mean? If he did not have his family to fall back on, you know, he was going to accidentally beat somebody up too much, you know what I mean, and get arrested for it, or like beat up some cops, maybe, you know what I mean? That's Raph. So I was intrigued, but like, I'm always a little skeptical because like a lot of companies like to play the Ninja Turtles close to the vest, but I think that IDW has shown that like they are they'll be a little reckless with them. They'll have a little fun with them, because the Walt series that ran before this was quite different and quite violent. You know what I mean? I really liked it. So I only read the first omnibus. I'm really behind on that. But like you said, this first issue, like, you can really just start it, and
yeah, you can jump right in.
You jump right in, and like we said, man, it starts and Raph, he's in San Quentin, and you don't know why. He's telling you about like how he ain't got nobody. You know what I mean? There's all the other gangs, there's everything, but the one thing that they he's got power over them is they don't know why he's here. They don't know like if he's finally snapped. You know what I mean? Type of thing. So he's got like this whole kind of mysterious aura about him, and man, these first couple pages are like him just eating his chow by himself. Like, oh, I love it, man. They nailed it. Like, oh, dude.
Oh yeah. And how he's like kind of a bit of a solitary person.
Yeah.
How he feels like he belongs. Like, he feels like he belongs in prison. It's maybe where he should be.
Yeah, Raphael's got some very Catholic shit going on with his like need to be punished thing he's got going on with himself in this book. But yeah, he's going to be hanging out with Daredevil soon.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the storyline from that point of view is pretty good. Then you learn that Raph has a deal. I think they introduce some other prisoners that come in and complicate his life, and then it says to be continued at the end. I think the next story is going to be Mikey's story.
Michelangelo, yeah.
At the end, that's what's revealed at the end. So you're going to have, who did I say was doing Michelangelo?
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque's doing Mikey's story, yeah. So you'll have Albuquerque on the next issue, and yeah, so.
Well, I really liked the whole aesthetic. They show Raph's room, and it's just full of books. You know what I mean? So you think like he's studying, but like in the fight in the sewer, he shows that like he makes prison armor out of it. He's got like he's got his jumpsuit stuff with the books. So if he gets shanked, it it cracked me up, man.
Yeah.
Like they went full prison yard shit with it. The fight scene in the sewer was magnificent. I thought that it was funny that like he is kind of like the Batman of the jail, and he believes that he is there to actually keep peace in like this house of turmoil. It's a weird mindset that he has until, like you said, something precipitates him needing to try to leave the prison.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like he was just gonna stay there and just beat ass until there was nobody else coming through, I guess.
Pretty much, more or less. Yeah. And the artwork in this is fantastic. It's you have Joelle Jones, who's on art duties. You have Rhonda Pattison, who's doing the colors, and Sean Lee is on letters.
Yeah. And we got some, like you said, magnificent breakdowns. Like there's this really great scene where Raph is flashing back, and like, oh man, this scene of them exercising, doing their ninja training on this contrast with the skyline, so beautiful, man. I love Joelle Jones. Like she rules.
Yeah, great stuff. She's a fantastic artist. When I saw her on this book, I was like, oh, that's interesting. So
yeah, I'm really happy that IDW is taking this kind of going this kind of way with the Ninja Turtles. I loved Waltz's run. I think that he is a great writer, but I think with Image stealing all that Hasbro stuff from them, they kind of needed to buckle down with the properties that they still own and kind of try to do something like what Kirkman's doing. So I think it's really smart that they got like somebody that's pretty good, really good, like Jason Aaron, like a huge name, and like letting him kind of be brutal Jason Aaron, kind of being Scalped Jason Aaron, not full on, but like within the limits of the Ninja Turtles, he is going as hardcore as he can. And then you get you got this lineup of artists, just like Jesus, dude. Wait to like keep up. You know what I mean? I gotta applaud IDW because I for a while I thought that they were a struggling company, but like with them making a move like this, like it's kind of shows that they might still have something in the tank. You know what I mean? But like I said, they really gotta show up with what they have right now, because like they lost a lot of their kind of tentpole properties. You know what I mean? They relied heavily on that licensed stuff. So
the licensed stuff. Yeah, but I mean, TMNT is a huge license, and it's their 40th anniversary this year. So I think they're trying to put their best foot forward by getting Jason Aaron to write it and getting all these different artists on there. So
right, and this first issue, man, it's got some pretty gorgeous covers. I didn't grab all of them. I just kind of grabbed my favorites, but like this Aaron Campbell one in specific, dude, like I gotta find one of these in the wild. Like I just have the regular cover. Like, god damn, that's beautiful. That is so badass.
Yeah, looking down the sewer.
And then this one by Jeff Talbot. This is what I used for the thumbnail. I love it, man. Like kind of with Andrew McCarthy or Andrew McLean style art to it. I really like it. You know what I mean? Really, really old school Ninja Turtles, but like has its own.
Yeah,
I think he
with that like red, just the red background, it kind of gives that old school vibe to it, like from the earlier stuff.
Here's another one that Joelle Jones did. I really like a Raph like getting sprung from the big house. Really gorgeous. Matteo Scalera, like that's total pink buzz right there. Like that would have totally been the thumbnail if we were still doing the old show.
Yeah.
And then Sean Gordon Murphy, with just a beautiful old school cover. Kind of reminds me of the Michael Bay Turtles a little bit, but I'm not gonna bitch about it because it's gorgeous, man. It's a killer cover. But I think this is like a ratio variant. I think it's a hard one to get, but I don't know if you can find it and it's not ridiculously priced. Like, let me know. I'll try to cop it. You know what I mean? Like, if it's like $25, I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So this was a really good intro into the new storyline with Jason Aaron. There's a lot of action. So if you like Turtles with a lot of action, there's a lot of breakdown pages with a bunch of panels with Raph just busting heads. So if you like action in your Turtle comics, this one will definitely scratch that itch.
I don't know, man. Like the kind of weird jail shots I found the most beautiful. Like this one here, Ralph just like chilling by the basketball courts. Like, that's the type of stuff that really stuck with me in the issue. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, like this is one like I would probably, if I found it, I would buy like the original art for. You know, if I had that kind of money. Like it is that gorgeous of a book. Like this splasher in particular.
Yeah, I saw some of the pages black and white, just of her art without the colors. Oof, really nice. The black and white. Like if this book came out in black and white, I would have been perfectly happy with it in black and white. It was the pages that they showed before the coloring were just gorgeous.
That is a good point. Hey, IDW, if you ever watch this and if you're listening, man, please put out a black and white edition. I know that's kind of a thing they kind of do every now and then with books like this, like an artist edition or you like the one you have, a Mignola, the Hellboy one. It's just
I don't think I have it near, but yeah, that's a great. You can still see the the blue pencil if it's an artist that uses blue pencil and all that. It's great. And in the inks, you see the wash a little bit of it too. It's like printed like as is. Oh, I do have it. It's right there. I could grab it real quick, but
I mean they might if you get the hardcover, because the first because I have the hardcover of the first arc of the Waltz run, and it has pretty much all the it has the regular issues, and then it has almost all of it in black and white and breakdowns and stuff in the back. So like the entire trade. So like maybe like I hope they do the same thing with this run. That would be really cool. That was a great format.
And seeing as how it's 40, I'm doing a comics bucket list, so this is definitely going on my comics bucket list. I got the omnibus.
Oh, it's so much fun, dude.
Yeah. I've read issues here and there that I picked up when I was a kid, but I've never, like I said, I didn't grow up near a comic shop, so I only picked up random issues here and there. So it'll be nice to read the story all the way through.
Right. Yeah. And that's got all the way up to what? Their entire run? That looks like it. I think
1 to 7, 9 to 14. Tales of the TMNT 1 to 5.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all that they did together. So it's like the combined complete works, but like they did more apart or separate, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, if you ever get a chance to read like the Peter Laird one, the one that he did by himself at Mirage, it's pretty fun too. Like I don't know, like does IDW put out the crazy Image stuff that Eastman did when he took the Turtles to Image?
I have no idea.
But like I know that they have the Peter Laird one, and like that's pretty fun. He like took it far sci-fi, but like I do recommend checking that one out. But for contemporary stuff, man, I do highly recommend just starting with the IDW run, you know what I mean, and reading that, and probably the original Eastman and Laird. Like for if you want, if you read this issue and you're hankering for more, like that is my kind of reading order I would give right away. But I'm also, like I said, kind of I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan. I loved them growing up. I always kept up with them, but I've never been a monthly guy. You know what I mean?
No, me either. I used to buy, like I said, I haven't read much Turtles since I was a kid, but it was a book that really impressed me as a kid. The artwork in it was different, you know, so.
It was my first indie book, man. And I was little when my dad got me. It was an omnibus. It was like, man, I think it was like 12, 14 issues. It had like all the little one shots that they did, and yeah, it was great. He got it for me. I've told the story several times now, but yeah, that was the first indie comic before Usagi and everything. Like Usagi's what really drove it into overdrive. But yeah, Ninja Turtles, like if it wasn't for them, I'd probably, I don't know, maybe I'd just still gotten into indie, but yeah, who knows, you know what I mean? But like they are a very important property in my life, you know what I mean? Like I've loved that they've stuck around, and I've loved most of the incarnations too, man. Like be it the cartoons, I liked the one we grew up with. Then the second one was really cool too, the kind of darker one. But my all-time favorite is the 2012 series, the CGI animated one that was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And the one that came after that, the Rise of the TMNT. I love the animation. I kind of wish they didn't make them all so derpy, but it still was a cute show. It was a fun show. It's probably the best of those like Teen Titans ass shows that I watched. As I actually enjoyed it for the most part, but they were all like Michelangelo level dumb on that show. Yeah. But what would you rate this issue, Joe? I give it 4.5 out of 5. Right?
Yeah, I'd give it a solid 4. Definitely. I mean, the art is great. It'll be fun to see the different artists interpreting the turtles, how like their take and their look, what kind of look they give them. So that'll be interesting to see as the series goes forward. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, as a huge Cliff Chang fan, I can't wait to see his his book, his issue. That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, you don't go wrong right off the bat. You're getting the first issue with Joelle Jones, so I mean, can't go wrong there.
Amen to that, man. And with that, I guess that's the hot flash, man. Like we are, we like to keep these nice and short, and I think we covered the issue to its capacity. And yeah, man, if you haven't picked this up already, I get on it, man, or at least get the trade for this. This is going to be like a book that you're not going to want to miss out on, man. It's going to probably be one of the best of the year. So that's my final words. You got anything left, Joe?
Turtle power.
So yeah, we will be back in about a half hour. We're going to be doing our reading trailers wrong pilot episode. We should have a guest on with us. That should be a lot of fun. And yeah, we can't wait to read these trailers wrong for y'all. So see you guys in a few. Take it easy, y'all.